Alright, so in honor of Bethany's little leave some advice, I figured I would make a video instead of writing a bunch of comments. So I'm going to do like different categories. So I'll have like bullying, what to wear, etc., etc. I haven't really decided yet, but this one is going to be all about bullies. So I don't know about you, but I've never seen the kind of bully where it's like, give me your lunch money. Never seen that ever. So the kind of bullies we had at my school were the kind who would call us mean names, who would talk about us behind our back, who would post really mean things on Facebook. And I'll tell you about my personal problem with bullies and then another girl. So I'll talk about hers first. So freshman year of high school, I had this mutual friend. We weren't really friends, but our friends were friends, so that's how I knew her. I wasn't really close or anything, but she was really nice. I mean, she was really nice and she was really pretty, but she would wear a lot of makeup to school and really tight clothing. So a lot of the girls would call her slut and really mean names on Facebook and behind her back, and they would just pick on her and start rumors about her. And one day she actually committed suicide. It was very heartbreaking for the whole school. The day of her funeral, nobody attended class. I mean, nobody was at school. And that's a lot to say since my school has over 5,000 kids. Like, it was a ghost town. My parents forced me to go to school. They forced me to go. I was the only one in my class. I was like literally the only kid in school. There's a couple of the ones who didn't know her at all, but I was the only one in my classes. So that was hard. That's when kind of that stopped. That's when the bullying stopped. That's when that all kind of stopped for about a month. Then it picked up again. And I was actually a victim of bullying. I was born with dyslexia and I have a stutter. And I wasn't even able to speak until I was 3. Doctor said, oh, she'll probably never speak. If she does, it's just like it, mom, dad, easy words that a little toddler could easily say. Well, my parents said, F you, and they went and they found me a speech coach. So I would work with her day and night. And I remember around when I was 7, I was working with her, and I couldn't say the word lamb. I know it's such a simple word, but I couldn't say it. It wouldn't come out. I was just like, no, I didn't do that. But I remember I was crying and crying, and I was so frustrated. I had no friends because everybody made fun of me, and that sucked. Like, I had one true friend, and that was my neighbor Tommy. I grew up across the street from 2 boys of my age. Well, one's my age and then one's a year younger, and then my brother. And my brother would always make fun of me. He's like, oh, ha, 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 you're stupid, blah, blah, blah. But my friend Tommy, he would always stand up for me, and so, yeah. And then when I entered high school, they put me in the special ed program. Now, I wasn't like in special ed. I was taking normal classes, but every day during my lunch, I would have to go and have tutoring with one of the special needs teachers. And that was actually such a good thing. I mean, I got the one-on-one I needed, and they would actually sit down with me and talk to me, have a conversation, and explain things to me the way a teacher just can't when she has a class who's already beyond my learning level. So that was extremely helpful. I can't thank them enough for that. Then sophomore year, they pulled me out of the program because I was outperforming over half my class, which was yay! But then it's just like, it's like the reason why I was outperforming them was because of the one-on-one. but I did go to a very low income school. So that's why, because they couldn't afford it anymore. It was too much money. So anyway, that ended, but the bullying didn't. I was called really mean names in class, like I was called like stupid, illiterate, because when you'd have to read out loud in class, and I would fumble over every other word because for me, dyslexia is like all of the letters are moving. So it's really hard. I mean, so I'll be reading a piece of paper and then like the lines of the letters actually move for me. Like, yeah. And then like letters go backwards. So I don't know I don't know how that's even possible, but it is. But I deal with it. So anyway, we had to do speech classes and I always was picked to go first. We would do like a drawing out of a hat, like with numbers on them. I always got number 1. I mean, seriously, for every single speech, I got number 1. How is that possible? Like, come on. Maybe I should go play the lottery or something. I don't know. Anyway, I would always open with, hey guys, I do stutter naturally. It's not because I didn't practice. It's because that's how I talk. And we would do peer evaluation.